Tonight, you're going to wake up. Not in the morning, not when your alarm goes off, but in the middle of the night. You'll open your eyes, look around in the dark, and check the time. 3:17 a.m. or 2:43 or 4:05. And for a few seconds, everything will feel strange. The room is quiet. Too quiet. Your thoughts are louder than they should be. And for some reason, going back to sleep feels harder than it should. You've experienced this before. In fact, it happens to millions of people, every single night. But here's the question nobody really asks. Why does it keep happening at the same time? Why do you wake up right in the middle of the night? Most people think something is wrong. Stress, anxiety, bad sleep. But what if none of that is true? What if waking up at 3 a.m. isn't a mistake? What if it's something your body was designed to do? To understand this, you have to go back. Not a few years, not a few centuries, but hundreds of thousands of years, long before alarms, before phones, before electricity. Back when the night was actually dark, for most of human history, when the sun went down. That was it. No streetlights, no glowing screens, no artificial light at all. Just darkness. The kind of darkness where you couldn't even see your own hand in front of your face. And in that world, sleep worked very differently. People didn't sleep the way you do now. They didn't lie down for 7 or 8 hours straight. Instead, they slept in 2 separate phases. Historians discovered this by accident. Old books, letters, and medical records from hundreds of years ago kept mentioning something strange. First sleep, and then later, second sleep. At first, nobody understood what it meant, until they realized something shocking. For thousands of years, humans didn't sleep once per night. They slept twice. Here's how it worked. After sunset, people would go to sleep. They'd rest for about 4 hours, and then they would wake up. Not fully, not like morning, but awake enough to think, move, and exist in the quiet. For about 1 to 2 hours, they stayed in this strange state. Some people would sit near the fire, some would talk, some would just lie there, thinking, and then, naturally, they would fall asleep again. Another 4 hours. Until sunrise. This wasn't rare. This wasn't insomnia. This was normal. This was how humans slept for most of history. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. In the 1990s, a scientist decided to test this idea. He took a group of people and removed all artificial light from their lives. No phones, no lamps, no screens. Just natural light during the day. And complete darkness at night. At first, nothing happened. They slept like normal, but after a few weeks, something changed. Every single person in the experiment started waking up in the middle of the night at almost the same time, without alarms, without instructions. Their bodies just did it. 4 hours of sleep. Wake up. 1 to 2 hours of quiet. Then sleep again. Exactly like humans used to. It was as if something ancient had been hiding inside them the whole time, waiting. And the strangest part, that middle period didn't feel like normal waking. People described it as peaceful, calm, almost meditative. Their minds were clear. Their thoughts were deeper. It wasn't stressful. It wasn't frustrating. It felt natural. So if this is how humans are designed to sleep, why don't you experience it that way? Why does waking up at 3 a.m. feel wrong? The answer is simple. Light. A few hundred years ago, everything started to change. First came candles, then street lamps, then electricity. Suddenly, the night wasn't dark anymore. Humans could stay awake longer, work later, do more, and slowly, sleep began to shift. Instead of going to bed shortly after sunset, people stayed up for hours, and when they finally slept, there wasn't enough time for 2 phases anymore. So the body adapted. It compressed sleep into one single block. 7 or 8 hours. No waking in the middle. At least, that's what we think. Because your body never actually forgot the old pattern. It's still there, buried underneath modern life. And sometimes, it comes back. That moment when you wake up at 3 a.m. That might not be a problem. It might be your body trying to return to something ancient, something natural. But here's where things get complicated. In the past, when people woke up in the middle of the night, there was nothing to do. No phones, no notifications, no bright lights, just silence and darkness. But today, the moment you wake up, everything is different. You check your phone. You look at the time. Light hits your eyes. Your brain wakes up instantly, and just like that, the calm, natural state is gone, replaced by stress, overthinking, frustration, and this creates a cycle. You wake up, you think something is wrong, you try to force yourself back to sleep. Your mind becomes more active, and the more you fight it, the worse it gets. But what if you stopped fighting it? What if waking up at 3 a.m. wasn't something to fix, but something to understand? Think about it. For thousands of years, humans used this time differently. They didn't panic. They didn't check clocks. They didn't scroll. They just existed. They thought. They reflected. They let their minds wander in the quiet, and then, naturally, they fell asleep again. Maybe the problem isn't waking up. Maybe the problem is what we do after. Because modern life has changed more than just our sleep. It's changed how we experience the night. We've filled every moment with noise, with light, with distraction. We've removed the silence and replaced it with constant stimulation. But your brain is still built for a different world, a world where the night was slow, dark, quiet, a world where waking up at 3 a.m. wasn't strange. It was expected. So the next time it happens, when you open your eyes in the middle of the night and everything feels still, don't reach for your phone, don't panic, just stay there in the quiet. Let your thoughts come and go, because for a brief moment, you're experiencing something most people never do anymore, a state of mind that humans lived in for hundreds of thousands of years. And maybe, just maybe, there's nothing wrong with you at all. You're just remembering how to be human.